Hello, welcome to Isabati Masterclass A Level, and today we are starting our first example for integration. And before we start solving, let me write two properties of integration. These properties can be used in any kind of question. So the first property number one. Property number one says if you are integrating an integrand which is a product of a certain constant c and function, then properties allow you to factor out the constant, multiply by the integral of the function itself. So that is the first property. Second property, if you are integrating the sum or difference of two functions, then this property allows you to integrate each function independently. So whether you are adding or subtracting, it will depend on the question, but you can integrate each function independently. These two properties are very important when doing integration. So in any kind of question, you can apply if there's a chance to apply them. Now let's come back to our first example. So our example says we have to integrate 5x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3x plus 5. So as I said in my introduction video, that before you integrate a function, you need to understand what kind of integrand do you have. So this is the key concept. What kind of integrand do you have? Once you know the kind of integrand, you will know which approach to use. In our case, our integrand is cubic function. Cubic function. And we know that cubic function is a polynomial function. So if it's a polynomial function, then we know the formula which is used to integrate polynomial function of any degree except a -1. This is the formula. Integral of x power n dx if variable is x, so equals to xn plus 1 over n plus 1 plus c. So once you have this kind of integrand, you can use the integral of polynomial function. But remember here, n is not supposed to be -1. So whenever you integrate n power -1, you will not use this formula. So for our case, we have how many terms with the integrand? We have first term, second, third, and fourth. And according to the property number 2, it says if you have two different parts or functions, you can integrate them independently. That is one. But property number 1 says if there is a product of constant and function, it allows you to factor out the constant and integrate the function alone. So we can see these properties, all of them, they appear in our question. We have sum and differences within the integrand. Also, we have a product of constant and a variable. So we can use them directly in our question. So now we may rewrite the function. So integral of 5x cubed plus 8x squared minus 3x plus 5 dx. So if I use the property number 2 and the number 1 at the same time, it is the same as saying 5 outside, then integrate x cubed dx, plus 8 outside, then integrate x squared dx, minus 3 outside, integrate x dx, plus 5 outside, integrate dx. So that will be how the way we write using both properties at the same time. Then now you identify the value of n so that you use your formula. So for the first term, the value of n is 3. Make sure when integrating, make sure your integrand looks the same as the integrand in the general formula of integration. And this is our general formula of integration, this one. So n is 3, the power of x is 3. So we are going to use now the right hand side. And once you apply the method of integration, you are not going to write the integral sign or the dx. So you just write the right hand side part. And another thing, whenever you integrate, you are going to have a constant, but we don't have to write all constant in each part. We can just write one constant. Or let me write and then I will tell you. So for the first part, we have 5x, so 3 plus 1 over 3 plus 1, plus, let me say, constant number 1, plus, again, 8. Then we have x, 2 plus 1 over 2 plus 1, then plus constant. Then, okay, let me call it constant number 2. Then minus 3x, 1 plus 1 over 1 plus 1, plus another constant, plus the last part is 5x. Why x? Because we know here in integral of dx there is 1, and 1 equals to x power 0. So 0 plus 1 over 0 plus 1 plus c. I think we know why we add c whenever we integrate, because we don't know the nature of the original function. So we normally add c if in case the original function had a constant, then the constant will cover. So then we will write this as, okay, like I said, this is constant number 4. So this is 5 over 4, then x power 4 plus 8 over 3, x power 3. I'm going to collect all the constant, 3 over 2, x power 2 plus 5x plus c1 plus c2 plus c3 plus c4. So why have I decided to write all these constants is to show you that we don't have to write all constants whenever we integrate, because at last we can say let c1 plus c2 plus c3 plus c4 be equal to c. So in a simple way, you can say 5 over 4 x power 4 plus 8 over 3 x power 3 minus 3 over 2 x power 2 plus 5x plus c. So in short form, you don't have to write all the constants when integrating. You can just write one constant, which will stand for the sum of all constants obtained after integration. And that is how we do our question. So that marks the end of our question. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time, but remember to comment, share, and invite other friends for learning. This is Sabati Masterclass for A level, and here is your tutor, Mr. Kamima. Thank you.